How to make transparent images, also known as PNGs. We'll pull up a Google page. The theme I had prior was a Toy Story theme, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to find some Toy Story characters. I'm just going to do Toy Story images, and as I stated in my other video, we need PNG files. Here, some people buy the SVG files. We can see that people buy all these PNG files. You can definitely purchase them. Now, something that you guys can do is we can go ahead and get an image online and go ahead and make it a PNG file. So I'm going to try to find some Woody ones here quick. I'm going to go images. Let's see. So I'm just going to pick a couple of random ones here. Just want to make sure that they're not too blurry. So save image. We're just going to go ahead and save it to our desktop. We'll pick some other options here. Let's do Rex. Just trying to find a particular one here. Sometimes it can be hard trying to find some of these that you actually want. And sometimes up top they say they're transparent, but they're not always saved as a PNG. But we can actually use some of these. So let's, oops, not that. Go ahead and we're going to just save the image to our desktop. And then we can go ahead and I'm going to find one more character here. And that's just my son sneezing in the background. Alright, let's find a good Buzz Lightyear one. This one looks actually a pretty good picture. Alright, so I have those saved. So I do not need that up. I'm going to go ahead and just, as you can see, some of these say they're PNG files. So when we click on them, you see that you have this white background there. Now the problem is that when we are on a document and we're trying to make a certain, like wrapper or like, I'm trying to think of like labels, it's not going to work. So, for example, we were doing some water bottle labels like in my other video. And I want to go ahead to media. I'll choose that PNG that was supposedly saved that way. Now here we have it. It's saved as a PNG, but now when we try to put it on there, it's not a true PNG file. And the reason is because there is that white background. So what we want is we need this to be transparent. Many people are buying different websites or softwares to remove it. You definitely can have like Illustrator. If you already have that, you can definitely remove that background. Now the one thing we can use is our preview. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. On here, what we can do is we can go to our little pencil mark. We'll choose that. And we want to go to this little like wand looking, I call it a wand, little wand looking option. And so it's pink, and now we have an X, and we're going to go ahead and click on this white background because remember, we want this to be transparent. So we're just going to go ahead and highlight, and if we move our cursor a little, you can see that the white gets smaller and smaller. But we want to try to make sure that we're not getting rid of our image. So here we're going to let go, and you guys can see this little borderline around it. We're going to go ahead and hit delete. Do not hit the crop button. We're going to hit delete. We're going to get rid of that background, and now we have some of this left over. Same concept. We're going to click on it, and then you see that it's starting to get some of the T-Rex, so we're going to go ahead and undo a little. Just highlight that portion. And then continue to do the same option. There is a little bit of still a white area around the Rex. And so, whoops. Alright, so I don't want to do that option. But sometimes this can be definitely tricky. There's still a little bit of that white left over. And so we can go ahead and see if I can try to get some of this white outline. Alright, so now we have this transparent background. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the file. We're going to save this. I'm going to do rex.png is how I'm going to save it. And so now, if we come back to our pages, do media, we're going to use the Rex PNG that we just named and insert it. And now we have a transparent Rex on there. And now we can work with this. So no need to buy those extra softwares. If you already have a Mac, you can definitely use Preview. You can go ahead and try this again. Here's Buzz. Has a white background. Choose this pencil option. Choose the wand. We want to get rid of any of the red. And sometimes these can be tricky, guys, because if they have white on them, you can accidentally select the white. Just be really patient. So I have most of the outside selected. You can see the border. We're going to hit delete. Remember, we are not going to hit crop. We hit delete. And now it gives, this one says, convert this document to a PNG. We're going to say to convert it. When we did the one prior, it did not give us that option. It's because it was named as a PNG, but it was not a true PNG. And so here we select the red, hit delete. Here again, we got to be very, very careful. Delete. We're going to try to get as close as we can. Like I said, if there is some white, it can be very hard to try to get rid of that is already out. Oops. It's not happening. Not happening. Hit the wand again. Okay. Now we're... And so I think everything looks good. There's just some of this little partial area that, other than that, it looks pretty clean. Okay, so now can exit out of that. That'll save. Go back to our pages. Media, choose. Hit media, choose. We're gonna find our... Yep, that's a correct one. Buzz. I'm going to go ahead and insert him. You can see he is transparent like he should be. And we can add him on there. And so guys, once we have these PNG files, we can make all kinds of wrappers. We can make all kinds of documents. Now, this wouldn't be an issue. You guys definitely pull these images from Google without being an issue if you're going to have a white background, but most people don't have a white background. Most people go ahead and choose a certain background I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find. I think I got rid of those, the ones that I did have. But for example, this other document I had, you can see that I had the clouds and then these other things on top. That's what we're trying to get to eventually, is getting these images on there. And I mean, it's very difficult at first if you don't know. A lot of people are buying the PNGs. You definitely do not need to, or SVG files. Like I said, definitely do not need to. This is a way around it. Also, if you have Word, you could use, I think it's Paint. Yep. On the Word, you can use the tool Paint for a Mac. You use Pages instead of Word, and then we use Preview instead of Paint, but it's same concept. And so hopefully this is something you guys will be able to use, and then you guys are able to put in your font here, make wrappers, make labels, make all kinds of stickers. But this is one of the ways, like I said, pull them from the website. And I will show you another one here. Marker, our wand. I'm going to try to get as close to the white that we can. There we go. Got what we want out. Remember, do not hit crop, because if you hit crop, it will ruin the image. It won't be what we want, but we want to hit delete. Again, convert this document to a PNG. You want to convert it. There we go. Delete. Delete. I think this is a slight little white. Delete that. Got a little bit going on right here. But now we got a good looking one. Exit out of that. Like I said, we're using Preview. I'm going to go back to our pages. I go to Media, choose. We got Woody, PNG, right there. And like I stated, you do not need to buy the softwares. At first, that was something I was looking into until I realized that you have a free program you can use on your computer, and it's super simple. It might be hard and time consuming, but if you are making a complete theme of something, super easy, because you will have converted a regular image into a PNG, and then you can put them on any wrappers and basically stickers, anything that you guys are trying to work on. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching CWJG Crafts.